In this video, we're going to look at a simple interest problem. Identify the givens and the goals in each problem and write your final answers as complete sentences. So Trey wants to invest $4,400 in a savings account that pays 7% simple interest. Okay. And now here comes a question which will be a goal. How long will it take for the investment to double in value? And I'm actually going to stop here. This is part of the goal, but it's also a given because it's telling us that we want the amount to be 2 times the amount of the principal. And now we have another question. What percent of the original amount is the interest? And we're asked to round our answer to the nearest tenth this time. Okay, so let's look at what we know. Well, we're told that he wants to invest $4,400, so that will be our principal. We're also told that he will receive a rate of 7%, which as a decimal is 0.07. Now, how long will it take for this investment to double in value? So this is asking us to solve for time in years. Okay. And to double in value means the future amount will be 2 times, let's do this over here, the principal. So 2 times $4,400 is $8,800. So our formula isn't solved for t, but this won't be too hard to solve as a linear equation. So let's put in the information we know, and then we're going to solve for t time. So 8,800 equals 4,400 times 1 plus r. We know r, so let me replace that with 1 plus 0.07 times t. Okay. And I'm just going to, I should probably highlight it green. I'm going to highlight the green, the t green, because that's our goal. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Now there's a few ways to solve this algebraically, but the easiest way is I'm going to start, instead of distributing this, which is something you might have been taught to do, I'm going to start by dividing by 4,400 because it's 4,400 times this. So I can divide both sides by 4,400. And notice I know that 8,800 is 2 times 4,400. We found that up here. So now we just have 2 equals 1 plus 0.07 t. Okay, so let's see what we should do next. So we want to get t alone. This means t times 0.07 plus 1. Okay, so first we'll subtract the 1, and then we'll have 0.07 t by itself. So now we have 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 equals 0.07 t. Okay. And finally, when these are written next to each other, that means that it's implied multiplication, and to undo multiplication, we divide. So I'm going to divide by 0.07 on both sides. These cancel out to 1, and we'll have t equals 1 divided by 0.07. Okay? And if you think about it, what this is really saying is if it doubles in value, it's going to be an increase of 100%. And every year we're going to need 7%, or we're going to get 7%. So it's asking how many 7% are in 100%. Okay? Now we'll have the calculator do this. 1 divided by 0.07. And we're asked to round to the nearest tenth, so the hundredths place is 8. I'm going to round up to 14.3. Now remember that was time in years, so it's going to be 14.3 years. Okay. So if Trey invests $4,400 at 7% simple interest in 14.3 years, his account will double to $8,800. Now let's look at the next question. What percent of the original amount is the interest? So first we need to find the interest. And remember, the interest is the amount, future amount, minus the principal. So we know both of those values. 8,800 minus 4,400, which is 4,400. Okay. So now we want to know what percent of the original amount, okay, which is 4,400, is 4,400. So we would put interest over principal and multiply by 100%. And that gives us 4,400 over itself. The interest equals the principal because we were trying to double the principal amount. Okay. Now we could compute this on the calculator, but anything over itself is 1. So this result is just 100%. Okay. And we saw that idea here. So doubling in value is an increase in 100%. So the interest would have to equal 100%. So now let's write up our answers as complete sentences. Going back to the first question, it said, how long will it take for the investment to double? And we can write, it will take 14.3 years. And our second question was, what percent of the original amount is the interest? And the answer is the interest is 100% of the original amount.